nothing much of any use is left. We were told Israeli settlers stole the computers from the village school, then wrecked the place. The head teacher's office, leaving the Star of David in case anyone still doesn't get the message. The mosque burned out, its roof wrecked. Sure, the international community was watching. Why? There's a sign to prove it. The British, Spanish, EU and the rest. Fat lot of good it did now in the ghost village, which is Al Mujurat. Last week they came and they followed the pattern that we've seen across the Jordan Valley. Step 1, deprive the Palestinian villagers of their livelihood by stealing their sheep. No need for disguise or haste. Police, army, no problem. Step 2, deprive the Palestinians of their homes and thus their land. They're armed. But shouting abuse is enough. The Palestinian villagers know they are helpless. It's morning now, broad daylight, time for the settlers to put up a tent. A shady HQ for evicting an entire village. They can now get comfortable, stand and watch as the Palestinians salvage whatever they can before leaving. Oh, and by now the Israeli army has arrived. They stand alongside the settlers and watch it all too. Or even take a seat, relax with the settlers and watch as the Palestinians are forced to dismantle their lives. The Palestinians know only too well any attempt at resistance now will mean being arrested or beaten or shot. And overseen, literally, by the State of Israel, another Palestinian family drives off, livelihood, home and land stolen. So Alia and her family now camped out in another village. They could stay here for just a few days, then have to move on again.
There were dozens, and having the army as their shield, they attacked the community, confiscating sheep and forcing people to leave.
One of the attacks.
All of our dreams, all of our memories are in that house. Even today we cry over that house. We still want to go back to it.
Whilst the world attention has focused on Gaza, these evictions have exploded. Travel across the Jordan Valley and you're in a landscape of wrecked, deserted Palestinian settlements and farms. A few miles away and we reach Ras Al Ain. It's one of the last Palestinian villages standing around here. But just 700 meters away, a warning looms over the village. Another illegal settler outpost built a few months back to send a message to Ras Al Ain. We're coming for you next. Why can people go to somebody else's village, smash up their homes, terrorize them and push them out with, your word, impunity?
Because of Jewish supremacy, I'm sorry to say. Because this is a country that is based on Jewish supremacy, and especially here in the occupied territories, the territories occupied after 1967. This is a wild west. I mean, so they simply do whatever they wish.
Anat Matar, one of a group of Israeli campaigners working here in shifts to try and protect the village from the settlers. But they have already swaggered into this very room recently, just to let everyone know they can do what they want, when they want. So they play, overlooked by the settler outpost, its appearance signalling the coming end of life as these children know it.
In the past, if the settler heard you talking to the police complaining about damage to your crops, olives, wheat or trees, he would leave immediately. But now, no. The settler remains right in your house. The police show up, shake his hand, hug him, congratulate him, pat him on the back. The army does the same.
Salam's misfortune, owning the nearest house to the illegal Israeli settler outpost. He talks of the Nakba, the forced Palestinian expulsions by Israel in 1948, and now this.
There will be no Nakba here like before. We die here. There's no room for anything else. We will not leave again. Here we die. That's the only path we have left.
So, time then to hear what the settlers have got to say. We're going to walk up the hill and talk to the settlers who have, as you'll have gathered, a well-deserved reputation for violence and aggression, but they might just want to say their piece. Let's see. They come roaring down, clock our camera and head back to the outpost. So we walked on and back they came. Get out of here, he said. This is our territory. Go away. I see you coming to our territory. Get back in your taxi and go back to where you came from. And as we'd filmed with Alia's expelled family, a chance encounter, the MP Ofer Kassif turned up. He's currently banned from Parliament for calling Israel's war in Gaza genocide. So, if Gaza's genocide, what's this?
In 2 words, ethnic cleansing. There's no other way to describe it. This fascist government of Israel has been carrying out atrocities and war crimes and crimes against humanity since day one. And in the West Bank, like here in Maharajat, or the refugees of Maharajat...
Which they deny, of course.
Obviously, they deny many other things. They deny there's a genocide going on in Gaza.
But visit Parliament and you see why the settlers feel above the law. The government's very existence depends on support from ultra-nationalist settler MPs. So they often get what they want, and that means allowing the settlers to carry on.
Let's talk about the West Bank finally.
What is the West Bank, though?
The West Bank.
What is
the occupied territories.
I don't know of such thing.
Well, I'm sure you know what we're talking about. What can Israel do to stop settlers attacking Palestinians in their villages and taking their land?
That's a very bizarre question, because crime you have everywhere in the world. You're not asking the same question about England.
People aren't stealing land and attacking villages in
No,
England.
we're not stealing any land.
Aren't you?
No, we are not. Jews are the rightful people of this land.
And with fierce support also from some cabinet members, the expulsions are unleashed, leaving the West Bank increasingly studded with silent, emptied, ruined villages. And as if to underline the problem of settler violence in the West Bank, just this afternoon a young man, 23-year-old Saif Muslat, beaten to death by settlers in an altercation in a village just north of Ramallah. Back to our story, though, in that very village where we were filming Ras Al Ain. Have a look at this. This was today, just 24 hours after we left the village. Settlers coming in on horseback to intimidate the villagers, send the message, we're here, we're in charge, it ain't going to be your village for much longer. Other images now. This was the actual farm that we filmed on in the report you've just seen. They warned us the settlers would come back. Sure enough, they came back, using the place as their fields with their flocks of sheep, coming in there, sitting down nonchalantly, not bothered at all, quite happy to be filmed by the peace campaigners, Israeli peace campaigners, trying to keep a lid on this situation. But it simply goes to show that that village of Ras Al Ain, which we said was under threat, is very much under threat. Precious little the state of Israel is doing, frankly, to stop any of this. Precious little the wider world, including the UK, doing anything either. Back to you.
Alex, thanks very much.